was $24.99. But don't worry, because we're sending you a $25 cash gift card. Thank you for playing Angelica Garcia of Miami. And if you want a chance to win up to $5,000, go to my Facebook page and enter, and keep watching every day, because we just might call you. We'll be right back.
Make fit happen. New Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation from Maybelline, New York. Beyond matching skin tone, it fits skin's texture, blurs pores, and controls shine. You look totally natural. New Fit Me Matte and Poreless. Maybe it's Maybelline.
If you've been wishing for something amazing, Cricket Wireless has got it. The new Samsung Galaxy S6 for $0 down on a phone payment plan, and will cover your initial loan payment of $19.99. Cricket Wireless, something to smile about.
Right now, our first possible named storm brewing. Chief Meteorologist Steve Wiegels here tracking the tropics, plus the calm after the storm in Baltimore. See the beginning of the recovery efforts today on WPTV News Channel 5 at 5.
Are depression symptoms like loss of interest or sadness interfering with your life? The Janus Center has an option, a clinical research study. No insurance is needed, and you may be compensated for time and travel. Call the Janus Center at 561-238-3030.
Right now, you can learn about what makes us all tick and why, how we think, why we behave the way we do, by earning a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. Because right now, you can enroll at South University and take your first steps on the path toward a promising career. See just where a degree in psychology can take you. If you have a passion for the inner workings of the human mind, we have a place for you. So call or visit us online right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
It's your money. A fender bender.
People know how to milk the system.
$4,000. For that?
It's not okay.
How some are raising your rates. Tonight on WPTV News Channel 5 at 11.
Car accident?
People are talking.
People are talking.
People are talking about Steinger, Isco, and Green. Listen to this.
When Deborah was injured in a car accident, the other driver refused to admit fault.
So Deborah called Steinger, Isco, and Green.
They got the truth.
And Deborah got the cash. $1 million.
That's what I'm talking about.
Thanks, Steinger, Isco, and Green. If you've been injured in a car accident, find out why people are talking about Steinger, Isco, and Green.
800-561-1111. Are depression symptoms like loss of interest or sadness interfering with your life? The Janus Center has an option, a clinical research study. No insurance is needed, and you may be compensated for travel. Call the Janus Center at 561-238-3030.
And my co-host, my studio audience tomorrow, the fabulous one and only E.J. Johnson from #RichKids of Beverly Hills stops by. Plus, celebrity chef Ingrid Hoffman is here to show us how to make some delicious Cinco de Mayo meals. Another Wendy watcher is going to get a chance at the $5,000 when we play Spring Cha-Ching. I'm going to take a nap. I'm going back to Jersey. I love you for watching. I'll see you next time on Wendy. Bye.
The Now South Florida, stories everyone's talking about right now.
Making sure you're in the know.
With new information before everyone else.
It's a bold new way to get your news. The Now South Florida, weekdays at 4 on WPTV News Channel 5.
Wendy's new jalapeno fresco chicken is so deliciously hot, it's generating reactions from everyone.
Jalapeno wearing sunglasses, fire flame, fire flame.
Hands clapping, thumbs up.
Wendy's new jalapeno fresco, our signature spicy chicken with fresh jalapenos and ghost pepper sauce. How will you react?
Do you know that a fully loaded tractor trailer going 65 miles an hour needs almost 2 football fields to stop? Remember this to avoid an accident. Learn more at CerseiLaw.com.
The attorneys of Cersei Denny, a passion for justice.
We've been thinking. There's a sound the ball makes when it catches nothing but net. Everyone loves that sound, that precision. At GMC, we get that. Nothing separates the men from the boys. Like nothing but net. This is precision. This is GMC. Now during the GMC Spring Sales Event, get over $7,100 total value on specially equipped 2015 GMC Acadia SLT models. Swish.
Wendy's 100% fresh pure beef. Just 99 cents. It'll change the way you see change.
Got it!
Enjoy 6 starting at 99 cents each.
Catch your News Channel 5 updates throughout the day on News Radio WJNO.
Teacher salary negotiations going on right now. We are live with what's happening behind closed doors. A possible case of animal hoarding. You're going to meet one of the dogs found and now needs a home. Also coming up, don't mess with these ladies. They call themselves Two Chicks and a Hammer. We'll tell you how they're going national and where you can catch them. It's 4 o'clock in South Florida. This is The Now. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Shannon Cake. Welcome to The Now, South Florida. It's a show that keeps you in the know. How much teachers should be paid is a really hot topic. It's an issue on the table right at this very moment. Teachers are negotiating with the Palm Beach County School District about how much of a salary increase they should be receiving. Now's Ashley Walters is live in West Palm Beach with the very latest on these negotiations. Ashley?
Hey, Shannon, we're live here at the Palm Beach County Classroom Teachers Association. Those salary negotiations are expected to start in just a few minutes. Take a look over here. There's a number of teachers who have gathered. They continue to file in. They've brought some signs here that read, "Pay us what we are worth, top performing district. We deserve a living wage." The proposal from the district is an increase of 2% this year, retroactively paid to this March for all employees. Now, the superintendent says there are some challenges with the budget. Money that may have been spent on salary increases were affected by items mandated by the state, charter school growth and after-school services. The district's new superintendent, Robert Avosa, will take over for the current superintendent, Wayne Gent, in June. Avosa will be paid $325,000 a year. Classroom Teachers Association president says that's fine, but teachers need to be rewarded for their hard work too.
That it seems like the district has money when they want to find money, but when it comes to teachers, they don't necessarily look or find the money.
Now, this negotiation over salary has been going since mid-February. Once this stage is complete, and that may not be this evening, the remainder of the contract will also have to be negotiated. Live here in West Palm Beach for The Now, South Florida, I'm Ashley Walters.
Ashley, thank you. Right now, a judge still deciding how long a Port St. Lucie teenager will spend in jail after he was found guilty of plotting to have his entire family killed. The sentencing hearing began last week as this teen's attorney called several witnesses to testify in favor of the teenager's character. The judge has also heard from the boy's stepmother, who told the judge that she feels the teen is a high safety risk to the entire community. Stay with The Now here on The Now South Florida and WPTV News Channel 5. As soon as this sentence is handed down, we of course will be sharing it with you right here. Around 24 nursing students stormed out of a classroom today in protest. It happened at West Palm's Academy and Nursing, or for Nursing and Health Occupation. These students say that the state-accredited school isn't giving them the education they need to properly earn a degree in nursing. They tell us they pay about $20,000 a year to become registered nurses, but they say the program is rushed and almost impossible to complete. Students tell us many fail exams, and it forces those students to pay for and retake courses.
I've met with the deans probably at least 3 or more times myself. I know all my other students have met, talked to instructors, deans, administration, and nothing ever happened. So now, instead of like 1 or 2 people, it's, we came together as a group. It needs to be done.
The Nursing Academy's director is telling News Channel 5 that she plans to talk with these students. She feels that they are frustrated because the coursework is really difficult. Discharges from Lake Okeechobee resumed today as people lined up at the St. Lucie locks to protest these releases into the St. Lucie River. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers delayed discharges last week after toxic algae was found in Lake O, but they resumed today, saying that these discharges will actually help break up the algae. Those protesting want the state to buy land where the water can just be dumped.
It's going to be a constant problem for years to come. It's not going to be fixed overnight. However, they need to start the process now so we can, for our future, we can hopefully have some hope that this will stop.
The Corps says the discharges are needed to keep the lake's water level down before the rainy season begins. Here in the Weather Center, speaking of, with Steve Weigel.
Yes.
My goodness, it's almost criminal we had to come to work.
I know. It was an unbelievable weekend. We deserved it, though.
I thought about you all weekend because you were so giddy.
Yeah, well,
giving the forecast going into the weekend.
Everyone had smiles on their faces. It was perfect timing because of Sunfest. We had everyone outside.
Yep.
Yeah, just really, really great weather. And Shannon, we have big changes on the way. Yes, we got another soggy week for South Florida. So I hope you enjoyed the weekend, had a chance to get outside. Temperatures very mild. We have that big wind coming in off the ocean, and we do have some rain on the radar tonight coming in off the coastline. A bigger range to the south. Look at this stuff coming and bubbling up over Cuba and slowly pushing our way. So dig out those umbrellas once again. You may already have them out because of the rainfall on the radar right now. It's moving across North County, Jupiter, Tequesta, back around the Gardens, Singer Island, picking up some rain, some more offshore here. These are quick moving rain cells. It doesn't leave a lot, but it's definitely enough to get your head wet. And there's a look at Hobe Sound, moving toward Indiantown, quiet elsewhere. We're going to talk about the forecast this week and what's in store rain-wise coming up.
All right. See you then, Steve. Thanks. Right now, Animal Control investigating a possible animal hoarding case. Investigators have seized 14 dogs and 27 cats from a single home in West Palm Beach. One of the dogs in this case went to a foster family through the Big Dog Ranch Rescue. Our Gabrielle Saran is live at the ranch this afternoon. The very latest from there. Gabrielle?
Shannon, this is where 2 of the rescue dogs were brought for treatment and care. Now, after a rough start at life, we hope the dog you're about to meet helps find her a forever home.
She gets tired out really fast.
Meet Angelina Jolie, a Westie Schnauzer mix missing both her legs.
She's been using the stumps on her leg to help her get around.
This 5-year-old girl is now with her foster mom. Animal Control found her living in what they describe as deplorable conditions and brought her to the Big Dog Ranch Rescue.
She was really dirty when we got her, and Palm Beach County had given an effort to clean her up, but it took a few baths.
She was among these 41 cats and dogs now at Animal Care and Control, seized from an El Claro Circle home in West Palm Beach.
The dogs were especially bad, totally and completely matted, and just really bad, covered with feces.
Investigators say the animals belong to a woman staying at the home, a friend of the homeowner. Neighbors just hope the animals rescued here find good homes.
It's kind of sad that they have to go to a shelter.
And those rescued dogs and cats are up for adoption, including Angelina Jolie, who's here inside seeing a veterinarian, getting fitted for a prosthetic leg. If you're interested in adopting her, call the Big Dog Ranch Rescue. We're live in Wellington. Gabrielle Saran for The Now, South Florida.
The name like Angelina Jolie, she's sure to go big. Gabrielle, thanks for the update on that story. There is an urgent need, though, for pet adoptions at the moment at Peggy Adams Animal Rescue League. The shelter currently has more than 800 cats and dogs, which means that they are at max capacity right now. To encourage adoptions, the shelter will waive adoption fees during the Empty the Shelter event. It's this upcoming weekend. The executive director for Peggy Adams says they usually see a seasonal population explosion this time every year, but this year they could set records. Right now, crews are hard at work both on land and in the water, cleaning up the huge mess left behind from guests at Sunfest. The 5-day event just wrapped up last night. The final head count, that isn't in quite yet. Staff does say it drew big crowds this weekend, probably thanks to the weather and the lineup, of course. Some of those in the crowd left, though, a lot of trash, as you can see here, with some dropping bottles even into the Intracoastal Waterway. Today, volunteers with the Lagoon Keepers brought in boats to the waterway to pick up the trash.
Be more careful, be more responsible for the environment. You not only have to live here, we have to live here, and your kids have to live here.
That's right. Volunteers say the easterly winds really helped keep this trash close by. They say if the wind had been blowing in another direction, the trash really could have traveled south to some nearby islands, much more difficult to clean up then. 2 more Republicans announcing they are now running for president of the United States. One, a Palm Beach County retired doctor. Now the GOP field has a much more dynamic look, if not diverse look to it. Ann McNamara is live at the Now National Desk with the very latest on these announcements today. Ann?
Hey, Shannon. Yeah, these two new GOP candidates, very different, but they have the same goal: to win the Republican nom for president in 2016, and both of them have the chance to make history here. First, there's Carly Fiorina, the outspoken former CEO of Hewlett-Packard. She's run for Senate in California in the past, but never won. She'd be the first female Republican nominee, and already she's taking shots at her Democratic counterpart, Hillary Clinton. Then there's Ben Carson, who wants to be the party's first African-American nominee. The retired neurosurgeon made a name for himself by being the first to successfully separate conjoined twins at the head. Like Fiorina, though, Shannon, Carson has never held public office.
And Ben Carson, by the way, a part-time Palm Beacher as well. And with both of these candidates really having, as you mentioned, no political experience here, what's the guessing game? Do they have a real shot here?
Well, that's really the crux of all of this. Both of them considered a long shot, but both could have a serious influence on the outcome of the election. It remains to be seen if Fiorina can really undercut Clinton enough to affect her votes. And Carson has long promoted his health care plan that he says is a better alternative to the Affordable Care Act. November 16, long way off, but things are getting pretty interesting, Shannon.
Well, you can't argue. They are both extraordinarily bright, so they will at least direct a lot of the conversation here. It'll be interesting to see. A very exciting race for the Republican team heating up here. Ann, thanks for the update. Coming up here on The Now, looking for answers. Police in multiple cities investigating why two men opened fire at a controversial art show. Then, check your flooring right now. Lowe's Home Improvement becomes the latest store to halt sales of some of its laminate flooring. Why they are taking no chances. And Melanoma Monday, the most common spot for this cancer and why it is also the most dangerous. Stepping outside for just a brief moment here, a look over Peanut Island and Singer Island there. Clouds starting to roll in just a bit. Steve Weagle will have your full forecast coming up.
Think your mom will like this cool bag or this cute top or this jewelry box? Go to Ross. You'll save so much you could get her all three. And just because she'll say, you shouldn't have. Of course you should. She's your mom.
Mother's Day at Ross.
Healthier gifts mean happier moms. Give a gift card to Massage Envy Spa for wellness Mom can use on Mother's Day or whenever she needs it most.
Great suckers. Your car insurance goes up because of their bad driving. People try all sorts of ways to get rid of them. If you're sick of paying more than your fair share, get Snapshot from Progressive and see just how much your good driving could save you.
You're driving along and then it happens. You get hurt in a car accident.
Rubenstein Law starts working on your accident case the minute you call. Now that's fast.
I'm attorney Robert Rubenstein. Call me. I want to be your attorney.
Call 1-800-FL-LEGAL.
It's early morning. You're up because, well, the work never stops.
The weather team is so important to me because I need accurate, reliable information.
WPTV Storm Team 5, only in one neighborhood that matters, yours.
I have to know what and where the weather is happening.
Showcasing the storm from every angle.
I'm watching and waiting on that radar to find out what my afternoon is going to look like.
Storm Team 5, the only morning weather team. Today on 5 on WPTV News Channel 5.
I think I'll go for a walk outside now. The summer sun's calling my name. Everybody's smiling. Sunshine Day.
They can't all be sunshine days, but with Xfinity On Demand, you can stream your favorite movies and TV shows, or even download them to watch offline from anywhere. Seize the summer, only with Xfinity from Comcast. Get started with the X1 Triple Play now for only $89 a month for a year, or ask how to get $500 back. Call 1-800-XFINITY or visit Comcast.com today.
Hi, I'm Chef Jamie Watson for Springer Mountain Farms Chicken. To make a great dish, you've got to start with the best ingredients. That's why at my restaurant, I choose Springer Mountain Farms. Raised on family farms that are certified by the American Humane Association, you can taste the difference. Some of the best chefs in America are using Springer Mountain Farms chicken, and now you can too. So do what I and chefs everywhere are doing. Look for Springer Mountain Farms chicken at your favorite grocery store.
You get it. You know you can get great style and great savings at Ross. So if you're looking for the latest styles for spring, the best selection in your size at unbeatable savings, you gotta go to Ross.
Trending right now, contrary to goals, ER visits rise under Obamacare. Let's take a look at this one. So 3/4 of emergency physicians say they've seen an ER patient visit surge since Obamacare took effect. The hikes run counter to one of the goals of the healthcare overhaul, which is to reduce pressure on emergency rooms by getting more people insured through Medicaid or subsidized private coverage and providing better access to primary care. Shannon?
Hasn't happened. Interesting. Well, watch those numbers then. Rachel, thanks. Right now, investigators are trying to figure out who these 2 gunmen were today who opened fire at a controversial art show in Texas, showcasing cartoon depictions of the Prophet Muhammad. Both of these gunmen were shot and killed by a police officer right there on scene. Ann McNamara shows us today investigators spent this day scouring an apartment in Arizona.
Officials identifying one of the gunmen as Elton Simpson. Investigators spent most of the day searching his apartment complex in Phoenix. Simpson tweeted about the attack beforehand, saying, quote, "May Allah accept us." Police say he's an ISIS sympathizer known to the FBI and upset by the controversial cartoons of the Prophet Muhammad. God bless America. The attack on a Garland, Texas art show put on by a group called the American Freedom Defense Initiative, which calls itself a human rights group, but is identified as an anti-Muslim hate group by the Southern Poverty Law Center.
This is no human rights organization. This is an organization that specializes in the defamation of not merely radical Islamists, but all Muslims.
The American Freedom Defense Initiative is the same organization that fought against building an Islamic center near Ground Zero in New York City back in 2010. And the group was apparently well aware of the risk of the Texas cartoon contest. Police say they paid an additional $10,000 for security outside that event.
The security concerns that they had was because of the top event and the speaker that they were having and issues that had been with those folks before.
Dr. Shaul Gabai, professor and analyst on Muslim issues, explains why the cartoon is so offensive to the Muslim world.
At the height of the pyramid of their values is honor. And at the same time, you also have the iconism, which is basically the forbidding of the use of idols, of the use of drawings. And then in addition to that, that you're not allowed to insult the Prophet Muhammad. These 3 things clash.
Dr. Gabai says radical interpretations of restoring honor can lead to attacks on events like this one. Garland police officer Bruce Joyner, seen right here, was shot during all of this. Luckily, he's already out of the hospital and will recover. At the Now National Desk, I'm Ann McNamara.
Ann, thanks. Concern over formaldehyde has prompted Lowe's to halt sales of some of its Chinese-made flooring. Remember, this just happened a couple weeks ago. The home improvement retailer, second one now, says that this move is, quote, out of an abundance of caution after a financial blogger said Lowe's laminate flooring may also have the same issues with formaldehyde levels that have plagued lumber liquidators. Lowe's says it will be conducting independent testing on the products in question. A Lowe's spokeswoman also notes the company had already begun moving away from Chinese-made laminate flooring with plans to sell only U.S.-made flooring by July 1st of this year. The American Academy of Dermatology calls today Melanoma Monday to raise awareness for skin cancer. And living here in South Florida, we're in the sun a lot, so this is really important stuff. You may not think about it, but one place that is left exposed to the sun's UV rays when applying sunscreen, your back. It's virtually impossible without help to put it on there. So experts say the back is the most common site for melanoma, the most dangerous form of skin cancer.
Oftentimes, patients go undiagnosed for prolonged periods because they're unaware something's growing on areas that they can't see.
In a survey of more than 1,000 people, the Academy found more than a third rarely or never even try to get sunscreen on their back, and only about a third ask others to help check their backs for signs of skin cancer. The latest advice from dermatologists: use a sunscreen with an SPF of at least 30. Reapplying, of course, every 2 hours. And ladies, while SPF makeup is really, really helpful, experts do say it doesn't really replace a nice, thick, and big slather of sunscreen on your face before you put your makeup on. And always, as always, rather, hats and protective sun gear, clothing, always good things to stay safe in the sun. We really need them out here in South Florida.
Yeah, you do, especially this time of year, and especially when it's nice and I don't want to say cool, but cooler than it has been. and that sun is so high, you can really get hit hard. On the weekend, I put the sunscreen on, and you're going to really reapply a lot too, because it will wear off, especially if you're in the water.
But you're right, with the cool, cool breeze running out there, it wasn't quite as hot, and so the feels like temperature felt a lot better.
You get
ignored it.
Yep. So wear that sunscreen.
I was thinking you were looking a little bad. That's not good for your age recognition data that came in last week.
I got like 67, so.
I wasn't good either. They gave me a good score. They said I was about 3 or 4 years younger than I was, but the picture was taken 5 years ago, so that mixed it out.
You can't win.
No, I couldn't. I was all excited, but yeah.
You're like Benjamin Button.
It still told me I was older.
You're going the wrong way. All right, I want to talk about something in the tropics, Shannon. This is a system that we're watching closely. This one could develop into our first named storm of the season. It's bubbling up across Cuba. The clouds already into South Florida. That's why there's not a lot of sunshine this afternoon, all the way down into Miami. And the computer models, some of them are indicating that this could develop into a subtropical storm. They're giving it 30% chance of developing in the next 5 days. That is the Hurricane Center. As it moves close to the Bahamas, probably the northern Bahamas is the best chance that it has to develop into a closed low. Now, it would be called a subtropical storm if it does gain that strength and have more of an impact up through North Florida, but it could have an impact, or will have an impact here with beach erosion and big swells. So we're watching this one closely, especially later in the week. Showers around right now, showers around tonight. We'll talk more about the forecast coming up.
See you then, Steve. Thanks. Traveling around the world. Coming up next, a unique view of one man's journey through dozens of countries. It's fascinating. Plus this. Coming up, we're celebrating National Star Wars Day and Cinco de Mayo with hot smoking steals. Plus, I'll show you how you can earn a free movie ticket through Fandango. That's just ahead in Simple Steals.
I'm really car sick.
But we haven't even gotten in the car yet.
Uh-oh. Better get Mako. For a limited time, Mako's lowest priced paint surface is on sale for only $2.99. Mako, America's body shop.
Watch the Honda Sports Desk for the latest local and national sports, powered by ESPN 106.3. Every night at 11, only on News Channel 5. Sponsored by the South Florida Honda Dealers. Visit sfhondadealers.com to find the dealer nearest you.
Today, you're in the know with the West Palm Beach Downtown Development Authority.
Hi, I'm Cheryl Burke, and today we're in the know with Executive Director Rafael Clemente. Welcome.
Happy to be here, Cheryl.
Over the past few years, West Palm Beach has flourished with new life downtown. We have a more accessible waterfront, a diverse arts and entertainment district. Tell us some of the special things you like the most about downtown.
Well, Cheryl, I really like that diversity and the uniqueness. We have businesses that have been open just a few months, this wonderful space, Nicole Henry Fine Art, and then we have businesses that are here over 100 years, like Pioneer Linens. We have an incredible concentration of arts and cultural venues. We have a wonderful collection of mural art, so we've really got a special place in a really compact, walkable area.
I love the unique shops, and I think it's really important to support local business. Tell us about the DDA's Shop Local initiative.
Sure. Our Shop Local initiative is a way that we're inviting people to come to the downtown area and connect with that unique shop or restaurant and find the special thing that they really like.
My family and I, we like to park our car and then tour the downtown area on the free trolley. Tell us about some of the other options to explore.
Well, we're very walkable, so you could park and stroll. We're also bikeable, very bike-friendly place. You can even pull up to the waterfront on your boat if you like.
Now, over the next 5 years, what's downtown West Palm Beach going to look like?
We've got some wonderful growth coming. We have hotels coming in. We have more residential. That's going to build in the density and the vibrancy that's really going to take us in the right direction.
Before we wrap, any last thoughts?
Well, we're very excited that we have Bike Share launching, so that's going to allow just one more fun way to get around the downtown. Keep an eye out for that.
I will. Thanks, Rafael, for joining us today on In the Know.
It's a pleasure.
And for cluing us in on all the wonderful things there are to do in the area. To learn more about what's happening in West Palm Beach, be sure to visit downtownwpp.com or give the DDA a call. We'll see you around downtown.
If you suspect nursing home abuse or neglect, call Gordon and Donner at 333-3333 or visit fortheinjured.com.
Should probably fix that.
Uh-oh. Better get Mako. For a limited time, Mako's lowest priced paint surface is on sale for only $2.99. Mako, America's body shop.
How some are raising your rates. Tonight on WPTV News Channel 5 at 11.
We're back here on the Now South Florida. A man captured his epic 3-year journey around the globe with a selfie stick and his camera. Our friends at Right This Minute have more.
What's up, the Now? I'm Beth Troutman.
And I'm Nick Calderone. This selfie has become a bit of a thing to do, and one of the guys that truly perfected the selfie is our friend Alex Chacon. He put out a brand new video called Around the World in 360 Degrees. A selfie look at his world travels over several years, all in beautiful, iconic places in every part of the globe. Spectacular.
He's the coolest guy ever because not only does he do charity work in every country that he visits, he also inspires other people to get out and see the world with these videos.
The video may look familiar. He had one similar that went super viral a few years ago. This is his second iteration, showing all the people that he came in contact with during his trip. Really neat video.
So cool. For all the latest videos, you can catch us on Right This Minute.
You might get dizzy watching it, but, you know, we're used to that now, right? Catch the full episode of Right This Minute at 7:30, right after the list. We're here in the newsroom, getting ready for the 5 o'clock news. Michael Williams heading up that chore.
John Shainman's going to be out looking at the latest on Lake Okeechobee, getting toward rainy season, and so more discharges. That can mean more toxic algae. And I know at home you can begin to zone out and say, I've heard that story a million times, why does it matter? But if you live along the waterways, if you fish, boat, if you care about clean drinking water, which we all do. All of that is what's at stake ultimately with this whole debate about what's happening with Lake Okeechobee and the Everglades and the canals and the estuaries. It all matters to the bottom line, to pocketbooks, to boaters, and again, clean water. I'm going to do a little primer on that at 6 o'clock with a map, and John's at the scene showing you the latest worries about discharges.
Do we envision this getting to the situation it was 2 years ago when we took our teams up there and there were politicians flying in from Washington to take a hard look? I mean, we're not there, obviously, in terms of
Well, there are a lot of politicians who've remained angry about this and about who can control water flow and the like. It's going to be part of the ongoing debate, and it rises, it surges, it ebbs and flows, no pun intended, with the height of the lake. But it's part of a debate that's ongoing. It matters to all of us, and it's not going away. And so it's something that, once again, we see a repeat of this. Will it be as serious? We don't know yet.
All right, Michael. Thanks. I know you and your team will go if it does become that. Thanks so much. Still ahead here on the Now. Is your husband's beard making you sick? We expose the dirty little secret behind beards. I know it sounds crazy, but there is one apparently. Also coming up here on the Now, the unusual artists right here in Palm Beach County that go wild with paint. And some don't even have hands.
It's your money. A fender bender.
People know how to milk the system.
$4,000 for that?
It's not okay.
How some are raising your rates. Tonight on WPTV News Channel 5 at 11.
Unique lost her father in a fiery 22-vehicle crash.
I had the death of my father to worry about. But when it came to, trying to figure everything out and, feeling comfortable with talking about it to someone, Kogan and DeSalvo was always the ones that I felt like I could always call him no matter when. His door's open to me and my family.
If you or a loved one has been seriously injured, call Kogan and DeSalvo now.
Hey, it's Heath from Wave 92.7. Get WPTV News Channel 5 weather updates from Steve Weagle and Storm Team 5 every hour during your workday. News Channel 5 and Wave 92.7, keeping you safe and secure.
I'm outside. Where are you?
I'm right here. I'm in the Buick.
I don't see a Buick.
Oh, got it.
Encore, the expectation-shattering crossover from Buick.
Wow.
Now current lessees, switch to Buick and lease this 2015 Encore for around $199 a month with $479 due at signing.
My 50 years, don't start smoking. And if you do smoke, quit. And don't give up at one pint. Be fine until you 16. I don't want anybody to have to go through what I'm going through.
Find 3 ways to quit at tobaccofreeflorida.com. Call, click, or come in.
Get the luxury you want, the value you need, and the performance you crave at Vista BMW in Coconut Creek and Vista BMW in Pompano Beach. You get it all.
Drive the legendary 3 Series for only $296 a month and pay nothing out of pocket for maintenance.
Shop the area's #1 selection of new BMWs. What are you waiting for? Vista BMW in Coconut Creek and Pompano Beach, where luxury meets value.
It is very difficult to get into a cardiovascular ICU. I think this is a testament to the quality of education provided by Kaiser University to even be considered for this position as a recent graduate. The hands-on learning definitely has helped me in my real-world practice. My name is Daniel Hargrove. I'm currently a registered nurse at one of the largest hospitals in Florida. I was able to get into this position because of Kaiser University.
Here now, the news you need to know in 90 seconds. Negotiations taking place between Palm Beach County teachers and the district over how much money, how much of a raise should be given this year. This proposal from the district is an increase of 2%. Retroactively paid to March or back to March for all employees, but the teachers, they want more right now. This negotiation over salary has been going on since mid-February. We're going to keep you posted if they reach a deal. A 4-hour search for a robbery suspect ended with an arrest just before noon this morning in St. Lucie County. Deputies say the man in this case robbed the Cyber City Sweepstakes arcade right there on US 1. A deputy spotted the suspect a short time later walking along Prima Vista Boulevard. The deputy says when he tried to grab the suspect, he threw the money in the air, the suspect that is, and then ran off into the woods. The sheriff's helicopter helped in the search for the suspect in this case. A possible explosive device found at a suburban West Palm Beach Army-Navy store turned out to be just a replica. The store on Military Trail near Vilma Lane and the surrounding area had to be evacuated for a short time today as the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Bomb Squad investigated this. The device was found in a box yesterday by a customer. The store's owner initially thought that the device was an old Claymore mine, but deputies say it was just a very good replica. Right now, crews in downtown West Palm Beach are cleaning up the mess left behind by Sunfest, and not all of the mess was left on land. Volunteers with lagoon keepers had to bring in their boats to the Intracoastal Waterway to help pick up the trash out of the water. It was just thrown there. You'll see it here in just a second. Several roads do remain closed in the downtown area, but they're expected to reopen by Wednesday. There's the trash right there floating. Thank you, lagoon keepers, for cleaning up that mess. We appreciate you. All right. Switching gears here. This is an interesting story today. Beards have been trendy in the past couple of years, but are they unhealthy? I haven't heard that one before. The Now's digital producer, Rachel Leto, here with the results of a new study that may make you want to shave.
Yeah, so it's a microbiologist in New Mexico, and he swabbed a bunch of beards.
Yuck.
He was shocked by the results, so I can imagine that everyone else will be shocked by the results. So he found rancid bacteria growing in beards, and that beards can be as dirty as a toilet, which could put a beard owner's health at risk. Some beards were more hygienic than others, but beards contain bacteria particles which are found in the intestines and in feces. Now, to keep your beard and face clean, your options are to just go ahead and shave it right off, or keep your beards and your hands clean and keep your hands away from your face as much as possible. But Shannon, get this, it's not just touching that beard that can be unhealthy, it's also breathing in all of those particles of bacteria that get caught in that facial hair.
Well, maybe instead of shaving, you just need to clean more.
I'd shave it. That's what Rachel says, shave it.
Just get rid of it. Thanks, Rachel. Appreciate it. If you're a major Star Wars fan, you probably know that today is Intergalactic Star Wars Day. You knew that, right? Where have you been? Under a rock? Terry O has found some amazing deals on memorabilia for us all. In today's Simple Steals, we're celebrating National Star Wars Day and Cinco de Mayo with some hot smoking steals. Plus, we found a Fandango gift card that's worth every penny. Welcome, Simple Steals fans. I'm Terry O. Okay, did you know that today is Intergalactic Star Wars Day? Of course you didn't. And there are all kinds of memorabilia being offered at hot smoking savings. Okay, first of all, Amazon is one major site offering deep discounts on their Star Wars products. Take this boy's t-shirt, for instance. Once $25, now only $15.99. Or check out these Star Wars watches for kids, which you can find at priceplunge.com. They're only $7.99, and they come in all sorts of characters and designs. And if you'd like to watch the complete Star Wars saga, Best Buy is selling all 9 discs for only $84.99. Just jump onto our Facebook page to view everything you can buy from these sites. There's so much to pick from. May the 4th be with you. All right, next, if you're an avid moviegoer, you're going to want this next steal. Sam's Club is offering all of their members a $50 Fandango gift card for only $37.88. That's a little over $12 of free money that you can use towards your next movie, like maybe Star Wars. It's coming out later this year. Finally, we can't forget Cinco de Mayo. And to celebrate, tomorrow Taco Bell is going to totally hook you up with a free breakfast biscuit taco. That's between the hours of 7 and 11 a.m. To get more details on the steals we just showed you, just log on to our Facebook page by typing in simplesteals.com. And don't forget to like us. I'm Terry O, and those are your Simple Steals today. Terry, thanks so much. You can also find all the steals that Terry just mentioned by heading over to the WPTV.com/the Now page as well. We're all right there. Are you guys still mentioning how old we are? That was so last week. All right, many of you watch WPTV News Channel 5 weekdays from 6 in the morning, 6 to 7 in the morning. John and Rox are on there, as well as Holly and Mike Trim, the whole gang, Glenn Glazer. Anyway, they're a great crew. Now you've started listening for the money word of the day probably as well. You enter by 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and you have a chance to win the $500. You know where I'm going with this. Today's winner, we're going to reel it off right now. You ready? Heather R. from Port St. Lucie. You are the winner today. Congratulations. Again, you can watch WPTV News Channel 5 every day, 6 to 7 in the morning, the whole morning team there for your chance to win $500. Congratulations, Heather R. Still ahead here on The Now. How one man tenders his resignation in the sweetest way possible.
It's always a good morning when fresh Florida blueberry pancakes are on the menu. Make Florida blueberry pancakes your morning tradition. Visit freshfromflorida.com for more mouthwatering recipes. Remember, delicious is always served fresh from Florida.
Of all the things that keep you busy, maintaining your car shouldn't be one of them. The experts at Mopar are busy making sure of that. We get the job done right the first time, help you save every time, and get you back on the road in no time. So this spring, let us help refresh your ride. Right now, buy 3 tires and get the 4th for $1 at your neighborhood Mopar Service Center.
Eyeglass World asks, what do you look for when you buy glasses?
I like to mix it up, so I need bold styles, classic styles, and affordable prices. Having lots of choices and saving money is important. That's why I come to Eyeglass World.
Only Eyeglass World gives you 2 pairs for $78, so you can always afford more than 1 pair.
My glasses are part of my personal style. They're me.
Eyeglass World. Glasses that make the difference. Prices that make it possible.
Helping South Floridians is important to me. My dad built his business here. It's where I grew up. Our clients are wonderful, honest people. After their accident or injury, most are in shock and vulnerable. My #1 job? To fight for their rights so they can focus on healing. I'm attorney Glenn Levine from the law offices of Anajar and Levine. I wake up every morning with one mission, to make clients whole again. If you need responsive legal help, call 1-800-747-FREE for a consultation.
At 328 horsepower, no one packs more power into 30 mpg than Infiniti Q50. Get behind the wheel of your Q50 for just $299 a month, 0 down. Power, fun, style, 0 to 60 in 5.3, 30 miles per gallon, $299 a month, 0 down. At Infiniti of the Palm Beaches now.
For a best-in-class experience, Infiniti of the Palm Beaches. Come join the family.
Being a nurse is about dedication. It's about compassion. It's about teamwork, helping one another, and pulling together. It's about hard work, strength, and determination. And at the end of the day, you'll know you were there to make a difference when it mattered most. Call Kaiser University today at 1-888-212-0107.
Ah, fresh Florida sweet corn with grilled chicken and watermelon. Everyone will smile when you serve these Florida favorites. Visit freshfromflorida.com for more mouthwatering recipes. Remember, delicious is always served fresh from Florida.
trending right now. Jacksonville Jaguars player takes teen with cancer to prom. Jacksonville Jaguars defensive tackle Senderick Marks picked up 18-year-old Camilla Jennings in his Lamborghini on Saturday night and took her to prom. Now, Jennings had planned to attend the prom with her sister, but Marks' invitation was just too good to turn down, so Jennings accepted, even though she says she knows nothing about sports. Jennings was diagnosed with liver cancer on Mother's Day in 2013. Shannon?
Great story. Rachel, thanks so much. Here in the newsroom with Jay Cashmere, when you decide to leave your job, writing your resignation letter, well, a lot of people dream about that, right? But this story is the antithesis of take the job and shove it, right? Okay, writing the resignation letter can sometimes be boring. So one guy wanted to sweeten it up a bit. Jay Cashmere covering this story for us.
And he did so well.
He really
created
did.
Quite a story that we're all talking about right now. This can go either way, as we know. Here at Channel 5, we have a ceremonial cake for everybody that decides to leave.
When you leave Channel 5.
That's right.
Cake.
Well, a director at an Arizona news station took it up a notch. He wrote his resignation on the cake itself. Kind of unique here, and he's got us all talking. Mark Herman posted this picture on Reddit with the caption, quote, "I handed in the most delicious letter of resignation ever." He's getting a lot of applause for this. Herman says he emailed his boss his resignation earlier in the day and then promised to hand deliver a physical copy for his personnel file. Herman then went to work and presented the cake as the physical copy of his resignation. He said his boss loved the letter, and everyone in the newsroom certainly had a good laugh. He went on to say that this cake definitely made the bad news a little bit more palatable. Well, in case you were wondering, it was a white cake with strawberry filling, and it had whipped cream frosting, so he really got all the bells and whistles around this thing. Herman is moving to Arizona to work at another TV station, moving from Arizona to work at another TV station in Nashville, Tennessee. He said it was the best tasting cake he ever had, but had to admit it probably had something to do with that message that he wrote on top of it.
It sweetens it up just a bit.
Sweeten the deal a little bit.
Jay Cashmere, thanks so much. Still ahead here on The Now, the competition heats up on The Voice as the final 6 get ready to perform live tonight. The Now's Holanie Davis got a chance to talk with some of them as they were getting ready for the big night. We'll fill you in on that. Also coming up, they are more than just mother and daughter. Find out how this duo is making a name for themselves for sure.
It's 5 o'clock. You need to know what's happening right now. The only local chopper getting you breaking news first. Steve Weagle, tracking and alerting you before the storm moves in. Local news everywhere. WPTV News Channel 5 at 5.
Everybody needs to help.
WPTV News Channel 5.
Thousands of people rallying.
The only local news team to take you to Baltimore. When breaking news happens, we're there with local coverage everywhere on WPTV News Channel 5 at 5.
At City Mattress, we make mattress buying easy. Our sleep consultants will help you select from over 80 mattress comforts at prices 10 to 20% below our competitors. We'll deliver it for free, and should you need, our comfort guarantee assures that you'll sleep comfortably for many nights. 5 decades of leadership has taught us that if we offer the best mattresses at the best prices and treat customers with respect and decency, they'll keep coming back. City Mattress, night after night, we're there for you.
Tropical Storm Isaac hit in 2012. Did significant damage to my home. My insurance company denied my claim, and then Gordon & Donner came to help. You still got a mortgage payment, you still have bills to pay, you got your kids to take care of, and you need to know that your insurance companies are going to be there to help you. And when they want to run the other way, Gordon & Donner is there to save the day. Gordon & Donner gave me peace of mind.
Gordon & Donner, for the injured.
We've been thinking. There's a sound a ball makes when it catches nothing but net. Everyone loves that sound, that precision. At GMC, we get that. Nothing separates the men from the boys. Like nothing but net. This is precision. This is GMC. Now during the GMC Spring Sales Event, get over $7,100 total value on specially equipped 2015 GMC Acadia SLT models. Swish.
Doug, we have the results. But first, we have a very special guest. Come on out, Flo. You have anything to say to Flo?
Nah, just let the results do the talking.
Well, he could do that. We show our Progressive Direct rate and the rates of our competitors, even if Progressive isn't the lowest.
It looks like Progressive is not the lowest. When we return, we'll find out whether Doug is the father. Wait, what?
Hi, I'm Chandra Bill, here with my friend Spiro to tell you about Good Greek Painting. Choosing the right color can really transform your house into a home. With their free color consultation service, you'll love the results as much as I did.
Thanks, Chandra. Let the Good Greek give you the same high-quality experience you deserve, on time and on budget.
Thank you, Good Greek Painting, for turning my house into a home.
Visit goodgreekpainting.com. Good Greek Painting.
Turn your house into a home.
Back here on the Now South Florida and stepping outside, this is Glades Road and I-95, a slow go northbound there as we push into the evening rush here, about 4:45. Back to the news now. Some tense moments in Baltimore, Maryland this afternoon when a gun discharged right near the scene of many of those violent riots in the last week that occurred in the last week. Our Ann McNamara was actually in Baltimore last week. You're just back to the Now National Desk reporting from there. What can you tell us about this afternoon's events?
And Shannon, the last time we saw you, we were standing at this very intersection where all this happened. Baltimore police arresting that man with a gun at the intersection of Pennsylvania and North Avenues. It was the epicenter of all the protests. The commissioner saying there was no shooting there today. They want to be clear. The arrest, though, coming as the National Guard withdraws from the city. The mayor making the announcement about that today, saying it could take several days before they're through. The Guard moved in last week as protesters took to the streets upset over the death of Freddie Gray. The 25-year-old died from spinal cord injuries while in police custody. 6 officers charged in his death. Maryland's governor says it could take a while for things to get back to normal, hopes to lift that state of emergency in the next few days. And President Obama talking about Baltimore just in the last hour, saying, quote, there's a sense of unfairness and powerlessness in that area. Back to you, Shannon.
Ann, thanks. Now a look at what's making national and international news this afternoon. Our Ashley Henson standing by in the feed room with what's coming in on the satellites today. Ashley?
Well, Shannon, a Pennsylvania mom charged with attempted murder here after police say she threw her 1-year-old son into a river and then jumped from a bridge in after him. Luckily, rescuers were able to save them, and they are both expected to be okay. A big day in Republican politics as 2 candidates looking to make history threw their hat in the ring. The GOP field added its first female candidate with the announcement of Carly Fiorina, former Hewlett-Packard CEO, and its first African-American with addition of political newbie Ben Carson, a retired physician and West Palm Beach resident. Both will look to draw on their success in the private sector. McDonald's is shaking things up to try and win back customers from places like Chipotle and Panera. The restaurant said it wants to offer a healthier menu. It has already cut some items to speed up service. Now it's also promising to stop using antibiotics in its food. And finally, as you start to plan your summer road trip, you can't help but notice the price at the pump. It's jumped significantly. Prices are up about 65 cents a gallon nationally. That's since January. However, relief may be on the way. AAA says we could see gas prices level off, maybe even fall in the next couple of months. And that is your News at 90. Shannon, back to you.
Ashley, thank you so much for that. And incidentally, to find the best gas prices in your neighborhood, all you have to do is look for the traffic and the gas price section on the WPTV app, as always. I'm here in the Weather Center getting ready for the 5 o'clock news. Steve
Yeah, watching some rain on the radar. Nothing too significant, but pretty good rain chances the next couple of days.
Okay.
So hope you enjoyed the weekend.
I did.
Fantastic.
Because that'll have to carry you through the next couple, right?
Yeah. We have some soakers on the way, Shannon. There's a look at the radar. Let's get into some neighborhoods, show you what's going on across Palm Beach County. Quick moving coastal rains, breezy to almost windy. Gardens and Singer Island getting heavy rainfall all the way down into Manalapan. A little quieter across the Treasure Coast, but hit or miss showers around, and some rain possible tonight. But the soakers on the way for tomorrow and Wednesday, and more on that coming up at 5.
Anything like we've seen last week where it got real crazy out there?
Yeah, there is a possibility of that, and we're also looking at the chance for a subtropical storm to form, too.
We are on notice. Yeah. See you at 5, Steve. Thanks. It is a hit week after week on NBC, and tonight only 6 singers remain in the contest to be the next winner of The Voice. Our Holly Davis chatted with 3 fan favorites before they got ready for the next round of the big showdown that was just a couple hours from when they talked. Take a look.
All right, it's going to be a big night tonight for The Voice. We have Megan Lindsay joining us right now, Team Blake, Joshua Davis, Team Adam and India Carney, Team Christina. So guys, this is the big night. So glad you could spare a couple of moments of your time. We know you have to save your vocals. Thank you, though.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Listen, let's get down to the nitty-gritty here. Are you all more relaxed at this point in the competition or no?
I don't know if we're ever really relaxed, per se. It's definitely, you know, I feel like at this point, we're really far into the competition, and I feel like I've accomplished a lot on this journey so far. So I think there is some peace in that, knowing that, like, I feel like I've come here and I've done what I came to do. Obviously, it's an opportunity to be on the stage and to have this platform, and so every week you just want to bring your best, you know, and that's really, I feel like we're all to that point where it's like, that's all we can do. We just come each week and do our thing and sing our little hearts out and, you know, hope that America likes it.
Josh, India, do you agree?
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty well said, to be honest. Yeah.
Okay, so tell me this, without giving too much away, we're kind of in the final live performance stage, only 6 contestants left. Your mentors, Adam, Christina, Blake, what are they telling you that you maybe need to fix in order to come out strong?
I think Christina has taught me a lot about staying true to myself and not being afraid to take risks. Because that's what helps you discover new things about yourself. So I think that's the most important thing that I'm taking with me into the next week in the 2 songs that I'm doing, which are pretty different from what I've done before on the show.
Yeah, I think for me, you know, yeah, we talk a lot about being genuine and you know, showing who I am, because at this point, you know, there's always going to be somebody that's a better singer than you. I mean, on the show, there's you know, everybody else can do a lot of things that I can't, and I can do a lot of things that everybody else can't. So you have to find your strengths, and you have to, you know, embrace your flaws and own them, and you know, bring out your own unique sound, and just be genuine on stage is what we've been, you know, talking about working on.
Absolutely, absolutely. Real quickly before you guys leave us, can you? I'm going to ask. Can you fill us in on what you'll be singing tonight?
Well, we get to do 2 songs this week, so it kind of changes everything a little bit. I think we're all excited to just be able to do, you know, some things that are maybe just opposite sides of the spectrum of what we do, just getting to show, you know, different things that we're capable of. It's fun to have 2 songs. It's like we only get like 2.5 minutes each week, and so to have a little more time this week is it's going to be awesome.
Yep. Yeah, we're really looking forward to it, right?
Yeah. Well, guys, we're looking forward to it too. Joshua, India, Megan will be watching, we'll be listening. Good luck. And then to our viewers, you can catch the competition. It keeps getting real. It's tonight, 8 o'clock, right here on WBTV News Channel 5. Thanks, guys.
And Holiday, thanks for bringing us up to speed. We're ready to see it. It is a girl for the royal couple. Did you hear? And today we learned her name, Charlotte Elizabeth Diana. Fit for a princess, right? Our partners at Newsy explain the significance of the name.
We finally know the new royal baby's name. Welcome to the world, Princess Charlotte Elizabeth Diana. It's a name many place their bets on. Ladbrokes, a British online betting service, tallied some of the most popular guesses for the little princess's name. And Charlotte and Elizabeth were among the top choices, along with Alice and Victoria. As expected, the princess's name pays tribute to royal relatives. The name Charlotte has popped up several times throughout royal history. There was Queen Charlotte, who married King George III in 1761. Their eldest daughter was also named Charlotte. And the greatly loved Princess Charlotte of Wales, who died at the age of 21 in 1817. Charlotte is also the feminine version of Charles, Prince William's father's name. And it's a name that's been used in the Middleton family as well. Not only was Kate's great-great-great-grandmother named Charlotte, but it's also her younger sister Pippa's middle name. Elizabeth is in honor of the Queen. It's also the middle name of both Kate and her mother, Carol Middleton. And Diana, of course, is in remembrance of Prince William's late mother. Time Tying the little princess even closer to her historically significant name, she was born on the same day Princess Charlotte of Wales wed King Leopold 199 years ago in 1816. Watch Newsy 24/7 on your TV or download the Newsy app for on-the-go updates.
All right, so we all love going to the zoo with our kids, right? I was just there last week with my son, but there's something many of you, all of us, may never see while we're there. The Now's digital producer Rachel Ato fills us in.
Have you ever wondered what the animals at the zoo do when you're not looking? They create.
The Animal Art Program is a type of enrichment that we give to our animals that they can interact with. We use non-toxic paint so it doesn't harm them at all. We definitely use a lot of their favorite treats as well.
That's right, the animals at the Palm Beach Zoo paint.
The majority of our 900 animals do create. The biggest ones are the tigers and the bears, but our smallest creatures are also leopard geckos and hedgehogs that do custom painting as well.
The lucky artists are brought to an animal creation area, and with the help of a handler, they're dipped in colors and let loose on either a 4x6, 5x7, or 8x10 canvas.
It's a really cool opportunity for you guys to actually film paintings because a lot of the public doesn't get to see it, so they just receive the painting. They don't really get to see it in action.
The paintings are sold on the zoo's website and in the gift shop, with all proceeds going right back to the animals.
They get a little certificate that is authentic with the animal's paw print or hoof print or little reptile print on it to make sure that it is authentic with a little story about the animal. So it is a unique opportunity for the public to get to see them in action.
After making wild creations and snacking on their favorite treats, the artists head to the post-painting spa for a bath. And the birds watching, they'll let the artists know when they're nice and clean.
Well, I like the spa part on the back end. That's worth it to me.
The bird was hilarious.
Yeah.
We were just dying laughing. It's whistling at the snake. But these are some of the paintings. So this is actually the one that the snake did, and we're really lucky to have a snake painting because the zoo gets so many requests for paintings from reptiles. So yeah.
Well, how do you recreate this? I mean, that's undoubtedly...
That's a snake.
Yeah.
That's a snake painting.
There you have it. You're a lucky girl, Rachel.
Well, thank you, thank you.
My son may want to buy that from you. Appreciate it. The two Indianapolis ladies, did you hear about these gals? They're taking the home renovation scene by storm, and they're drawing some national attention while they do it. This mother-daughter duo have together taken on over 20 home projects, and their bright personalities are coming to a television screen in your living room. The Now's Lauren Casey has their story.
Whoever said power tools are just for boys have never met two chicks and a hammer. Meet Karen Jensen and Mina Starziak. Two chicks and a hammer and a lot of personality.
We have a very unique relationship.
Not only are they mom and daughter, but also business partners and next door neighbors on their street in Fountain Square.
We're friends on occasion.
We have a very robust conversational style and sort of rough and tumble problem solving.
People think we're fighting a lot, and we're not actually fighting. we're just talking.
Talking about their dogs, life, and business, one they started by accident.
So we kind of got into this.
Sorry.
Way to go, Karen.
That's fine, she can edit that out.
So I said, hey, Mom, will you co-sign and help me buy a house?
Awesome house.
Renovated the whole thing. We did the flooring, the tile, the cabinets.
It was a learning process.
There was a lot of, I don't know how to do this. Let's watch a video on YouTube.
Yeah.
And one successful renovation led to another and another.
In the third house we bought, we kind of said, this might be a thing.
And the idea for Two Chicks and a Hammer hatched. 20-some homes later, Karen gives me what they call the lecture, that they don't flip homes.
Flipping kind of implies to me that you found a cheap house and you put on some paint, some carpet, and you made a lot of money on it, and you did it really quickly. And that's not what we do, because we buy the houses the city wants to demolish, and we strip them down to nothing, and we make them essentially brand new.
Essentially changing and improving the look of a street, a neighborhood.
We're building houses for our neighbors. We're staying in one small geographic area so that we can make a difference in this area.
A business model that has captured the attention of HGTV. The popular Home and Garden channel is airing a pilot of Two Chicks and a Hammer tonight at 11. Drawing the eyes of home remodelers and real estate fans from across the country to right here in Indianapolis.
Maybe we don't have a lot of name recognition outside of Fountain Square, but people in Fountain Square know us, know our company, know that we live here, and I think the name kind of helps. It's not one you're not gonna forget easily.
Reporting for The Now, I'm Lauren Casey.
Empowering, uplifting. We need more chicks and more hammers out there. That'll do it for the Now South Florida News. Channel 5 at 5 begins right now.
Live, local from WPTV. This is News Channel 5 at 5. Local coverage you can count on.
After a beautiful start to May, the weather could be quickly changing and will likely bring more rain to South Florida. Could we also see the first named storm of the season?
Storm Team 5 Chief Meteorologist Steve Weigel joins us now. Steve?
We have a pretty good chance of both, actually, in the next 48 hours. As we get the clouds already streaming in, this is the northern end of all those showers and storms that are settling down around Cuba and the Florida Straits. Here's a Power 5 radar network. Quiet here, a few showers, little pockets of rainfall, heavier rains to the south. This all lifts north on Tuesday and Wednesday, and a little surface low develops along that could potentially become a subtropical storm. Latest radar has pretty good rains popping up across coastal Palm Beach County, working inland. More on the way. Bring an umbrella if you're headed out tonight. The Treasure Coast quiet, other than a few stray showers here and there. So what about this tropical system? Here it is. Lots of clouds, lots of showers. It's actually a stalled front that we dealt with last week, but it is expected to develop into a surface low, and there's about a 30% chance in the next 4 to 5 days that it develops into a subtropical storm as it moves north, very close to the Bahamas, and then tracks up the east coast after that. Some of the models bring it even closer to Florida, so this is one that we'll have to watch closely through the week. It looks like either way it means a big swell event and rip current event for South Florida, and we could see some beach erosion and also some heavy rain Tuesday and Wednesday. Your full forecast coming up.
Steve, thank you. Now to the toxic water on our Treasure Coast, where the floodgates, so to speak, have reopened. Fresh water from Lake Okeechobee is making its way down the C-44 canal into the St. Lucie River and estuary, water that just last week was determined to be toxic. News Channel 5's John Shainman is live at the St. Lucie locks with more on all of this. John?
That water over my shoulder coming in now at a rate of 609 million gallons a day. It is a sight not welcomed by many. Let's show you why. Earlier today, environmentalists, protesters came out here to voice their displeasure over the decision by the Army Corps of Engineers. Now, last week, you might recall, there was a large algae bloom along the east bank of Lake Okeechobee. Now, the Corps says that by moving that algae bloom through the C-44 canal and toward a saltwater source, in this case the St. Lucie River, the bloom will dissipate. Now, fresh in the minds of these protesters, the lost summer of 2013 when toxic water was found up and down the St. Lucie estuary.
My child is here and I want her to have a river to canoe on, to kayak on, to paddleboard on.
This is an actual wipeout when it comes to pollution for tourism, our lifestyles, the way we live, the way we raise our children. If we don't do anything, then we're a part of the problem.
Now, out at Lake Okeechobee today, a much different look from 1 week ago. Now, there was still a little bit of algae that was seen along the Port Mayaca locks, but nothing compared to last Monday when we were out there, when the algae gathered like sludge along the canal banks. Coming up all new at 6 o'clock, we will talk with a local business owner who shares her concerns over the potential for another lost summer. We're live in Stewart. John Shainman, WPTV, News Channel 5.
Just into the newsroom, the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office is trying to find 15-year-old Caitlin Notice. They say she is endangered. She left her Wellington home Saturday night, according to reports, and might, according to authorities, be with an 18-year-old named Luis Gonzalez. No one has heard from her since. If you've seen Caitlin, please call PBSO. Police in West Palm Beach are investigating a shooting that took place this afternoon. Police were called to 14th Street around 2 in the afternoon. Found no victim. A victim later showed up, though, at St. Mary's Medical Center with serious gunshot wounds. Police say they're continuing to investigate.
I'm Jay Cashmere in the feed room where Boca Raton police say they have caught a man accused of attacking a woman with a baseball bat. The attack happened last fall on South Ocean Boulevard. That's where Xavier Sullivan attacked the woman in the stairwell of her apartment's parking garage. Sullivan hit the woman on the head and continued hitting her after she fell to the ground. Later, officers found an aluminum bat in the bushes near the building. Detectives eventually obtained a search warrant for Sullivan's DNA, which they say links him to the attack. Reporting from the feed room, back to you.
Students are protesting at West Palm Beach Nursing Academy. They say they're not getting the educations they need to pass their exams and become registered nurses. We looked into the Academy of Nursing and Health Occupation and found the school is on probation. Jacqueline Powell joins us live from the school with more. Jacqueline?
About 24 students walked out of class earlier this afternoon to come out here in the front parking lot and demand answers from the school's director. Now, we first told you about these nursing students' complaints last week. They say the one-year RN program here is almost impossible to complete. We looked into student success rates over the past couple of years and found the number of students passing the registered nurse exam was lower than the national average 2 years in a row. That's the reason the program is on probation right now. The school's director admits their pass rates aren't great.
We've been averaging about 25% of our student base continue to fail. And when they do, we invite them back.
The nonprofit school allows its students to retake the program as many times as needed to graduate, but students tell us after spending several years and $20,000 on the one-year program and continually failing, many give up, and the tuition they've paid is just gone. Now, in a little less than 30 minutes, several students are set to meet inside here with the dean and talk about their complaints. They say they'll be asking for more structure and accountability from teachers so that they're able to move on past their RN and get on with their nursing careers. Live in West Palm Beach, Jacqueline Powell, WPTV News Channel 5.
The final week of FSA testing is underway in Palm Beach County schools. Computer glitches last month caused it to be delayed. The state says changes are coming next year, including less testing in some grades. The state has also capped the amount of hours that students can be tested.
A man's in custody suspected of robbing a St. Lucie County arcade this morning. News Channel 5 cameras were there when the man was flushed out of the woods near the River Park Marina off Prima Vista Boulevard. Detectives say a man had gone into the Cyber City Sweepstakes Cafe off US 1 demanding money. Investigators say he implied that he had a weapon. A deputy spotted the man a short time later walking along Prima Vista. That's when the man threw money into the air, according to authorities, ran into the woods, found after a 4-hour-long search.
Florida Governor Rick Scott's fight against the federal government is getting more support. Scott is suing the government for withholding federal dollars because Republicans in Florida have not expanded the state's Medicaid program. Now the governors of Texas and Kansas say they will join the lawsuit, calling it illegal coercion tactic by the government. Last week, the Florida legislature ended its session without resolving the issues. Both sides must at least sign off on the state budget by June 30th.
The candidate
for president. There's a lot of people trying to get in here and not a lot of people trying to escape.
Carson made the announcement in his hometown of Detroit today, and he told supporters about his rise from childhood poverty to professional acclaim. Carson said he has no plans to adopt the posture of a politician, as he put it. Carson was scheduled to begin campaigning in Iowa today, but he's now traveling to Dallas to be with his ill mother. Former Hewlett-Packard CEO Carly Fiorina also said this morning she, too, is running for president on the GOP ticket. She made the announcement through this online video. Fiorina says she thinks she is the best person for the job because she understands how the economy works. Like Carson, she's never held public office. She did run once before in California, losing a race for the U.S. Senate in 2010.
Former President Bill Clinton says there is nothing wrong with getting wealthy people to contribute money to help poor people. The Clinton Foundation has been facing questions about its acceptance of donations from foreign countries and its ties to corporations. In an interview on the Today Show, Clinton says the attacks are from political opponents trying to destroy the foundation. Former President Clinton is currently touring Africa with his daughter, Chelsea.
Developing now, the investigation into a shooting outside a controversial art exhibit near Dallas over the weekend. 2 men pulled up the exhibit with assault rifles last night and began shooting. The men were shot and killed by a police officer before any of the innocent people who were on that scene, as you look on, were killed. The officer was hit in the leg, the security officer, but not badly hurt. The center is hosting an exhibit of cartoons depicting the Prophet Muhammad. Not yet known if that's what prompted the men to open fire.
So we don't know their intent, other than we know that they were willing to pull up and start shooting on police.
FBI agents are searching for more clues at an apartment in Phoenix where the 2 gunmen allegedly lived.
Two women accused of plotting an ISIS-inspired attack in the United States appeared in a New York court today. They're accused of planning to build an explosive device to use in a terror attack. Prosecutors say both women repeatedly expressed support for violent jihad and praised terror attempts against Americans. Authorities say the women were looking to target law enforcement officers and members of the military. Both women pleaded not guilty to those charges.
Coming up on News Channel 5, it can alert you to identity theft, but many Americans never do it. Financial advice that could save you money.
Mother's Day is almost here. We'll see how much Americans are planning to shell out for mom. Coming up.
And Sunfest over. The cleanup, that's still underway. How crews are working to clear downtown West Palm Beach, that at 5:30.
And we're helping you plan for tomorrow morning and the weekend. Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Steve Weagle with your most accurate weather forecast in minutes.
You're up this early because you want to squeeze a little more out of your day.
I'm busy during the day. I want to know what the traffic conditions are.
WPTV Time Saver Traffic with the only local chopper covering your neighborhood.
They're going to alert me of any traffic conditions so that I can replan my route to work.
A first-hand look at traffic jams so you don't have to guess.
You get an aerial view of the entire area.
Chopper 5, Time Saver Traffic, the only morning traffic team. Today on 5 on WPTV News Channel 5.
It's Lindstrom's 40th anniversary.
Hey, Dad, they're the same age as...
Call Lindstrom today and we'll clear clogs in the main drain for only $93 or it's free.
I love those guys.
When you have all these delicious ingredients, you got some things to consider, like how to keep all the flavors together.
Introducing our new garlic knots, made with fresh dough for the limited time online-only price of $4.
Better ingredients, better pizza. PapaJohns.com.
Insects are destroying your home, your lawn, and they're coming for you.
What a nightmare.
Just call Hewlett. We have the expertise to fight any pest problem. Hewlett's Healthy Home program is pet-friendly and has no smelly sprays. Bug problem solved, guaranteed.
Just call Hewlett. Just call Hewlett.
Just a few hours remain, and the rush is on to the Rooms to Go Spring Sale. You only have until 9 p.m. tonight to get once-a-season savings store-wide on Cindy Crawford Home, the Sofia Vergara collection, on tons of clearance items, even ultimate TV packages. Plus, you can finance interest-free until January 2018. Remember, we need to make room. You love to save, and when it's gone, it's gone. So hurry to the Rooms to Go Spring Sale before it ends at 9 p.m. tonight.
The best summer musical series is at the Wick Theater in Boca Raton, kicking off with the tap dancing hit Dames at Sea, George M. in concert, and family favorite Peter Pan. Savor a unique dining experience at the new Tavern at the Wick. Visit thewick.org today for tickets.
So you've been with Lindstrom since they opened 40 years ago?
Pretty much.
Wow, you must exfoliate.
I must... what?
Call Lindstrom today and get $40 off your service call with any AC or plumbing repair.
Those guys.
Catch your News Channel 5 updates throughout the day on News Radio WJNO.
Just into the newsroom, Palm Beach County is being sued by a number of local taxi companies. The federal class action lawsuit claims the county gave Uber special treatment. The fight between Uber and taxi companies has been going on since last year. In March, the county and Uber struck a deal. Uber could continue running in Palm Beach County, but Uber drivers don't have to undergo all the background and safety checks that taxi drivers do.
A health alert now. A new study revealing many pregnant women believe e-cigarettes are less harmful than tobacco. Over 300 expectant moms were surveyed. Of those, more than 40% said e-cigarettes were safer than traditional cigarettes, and only 57% knew that e-cigarettes contain nicotine. Some of these devices also contain other chemicals and metals, which doctors say can harm a growing fetus. New data shows the immunity provided by the Tdap vaccine declines over time in adolescents. Teenagers were tracked 1, 2, and 4 years after they got this shot, which protects against whooping cough. Immunity after 1 year averaged 73%, but dropped to 34% 2 to 4 years later. However, experts say Tdap is still the best way to protect yourself.
A new report estimates 17 million children in the United States have a mental health disorder. Researchers estimate that 80% of children with a diagnosable anxiety disorder do not get treatment. The same goes for 60% of children with depression and 40% of children with ADHD. Researchers say anxiety disorders are the most common psychiatric disorders found in children. A consumer alert now. Have you checked your credit report lately? According to a recent survey by Bankrate, 1 in 3 Americans have never pulled up their credit reports. Might you be one of them? Bankrate recommends you look at that report at least 3 times a year. If you check your report, it can alert you to identity theft. Bankrate also says checking your own report does not in any way negatively affect your credit score.
McDonald's new CEO admits the golden arches are looking a little dull. Steve Easterbrook says the fast food giant's recent performance has been poor. So the company unveiled a turnaround plan aimed at improving sales. Now, among those changes that are planned, they include new things for the menu, including sirloin burgers and premium chicken sandwiches. The company also plans to reorganize its international operations and franchise more restaurants.
Cards, flowers, jewelry, the items people shower moms with every year. According to the National Retail Federation, more than $21 billion will be spent on Mother's Day. That's an average of $172 per American. Most people surveyed say they'd buy their mom a greeting card. 2/3 say they add flowers, and about 1/3 say they plan to buy jewelry. If you haven't gotten mom a gift yet, well, you've got time. The big day coming up Sunday.
It's a big name and a pretty one for a little baby. Meet Princess Charlotte Elizabeth Diana of Cambridge, the daughter of Prince William and Duchess Catherine. Oh, isn't she pretty? Was born on Saturday in London. The middle name, of course, Diana, in honor of William's late mother, and the middle name Elizabeth, a nod to William's grandmother, of course, the Queen.
The fact we have a princess just gives us that variety. We've got a prince, now we have a princess. There's a little bit more to talk about. And of course, a big element of her, both now and as she grows up, will be just like her mum. Everyone will be talking about her fashion and what she's wearing.
Charlotte Elizabeth Diana is 4th in line to the throne after her grandfather, Prince Charles, her father, Prince William, and her brother, Prince George. She will now be called Princess Charlotte of Cambridge.
Actress Grace Lee Whitney, who played Captain Kirk Yeoman on the original Star Trek series, has died. She died of natural causes Friday in her Central California home. She played Janice Rand in the first 8 episodes of the iconic sci-fi series before being written out of it. She did not reprise her role in the movie franchise. Whitney struggled with alcoholism for many years before getting treatment and help from fellow Trek co-star Leonard Nimoy. She went on to try and help others coping with alcoholism. Nimoy passed away earlier this year. Whitney was 85 years old.
It was a winning weekend for Avengers: Age of Ultron. The Avengers sequel opened in the United States Friday and took the top spot at the box office, raking in nearly $188 million, which makes it the #2 opening of all time in North America. The top spot belongs to the original Avengers movie, so keeping it in the family. The #2 movie, Age of Adeline, brought in $6.2 million to beat out Furious 7.
Now, Storm Team 5 with South Florida's most accurate weather forecast.
After a fantastic weekend, we've slipped back into the clouds again and a few showers. It'll rain pockets moving through, coming in off the coastline and then working back toward the lake, and more on the way tonight and definitely Tuesday and Wednesday. Soggy weather pattern for South Florida the next 48 hours. We have this system to the south that could develop into a subtropical storm this week, more than likely after Wednesday or maybe later Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. But we're watching it closely. The computer models do want to spin it up. It's that old stalled front that brought us some great weather on the weekend. It's now starting to lift north, and the high and mid-level clouds are already streaming across our area. That's why there's not a lot of sunshine out there. Tracking some showers, some rain across Palm Beach County, almost everywhere at this point, and more possible this evening. If you're headed out, you're going to need the umbrella. The Treasure Coast getting a bit of a break after earlier rain, although there's a little spotty shower there just around Lakewood Park, actually, just north of Fort Pierce, and also some more moving in toward Vero Beach. So not completely dry tonight. So what happens with this thing? Does it develop into something tropical, or I should say subtropical? It's possible. Hurricane Center is giving it a 30% chance now of developing the next 4 to 5 days. And if it happens, More likely it'll be around the Bahamas and then track off the coast of Jacksonville. After that, there's a lot of uncertainty. Our two best computer models in the world do develop it into a subtropical system of some sort. Looks like it'll give us some beach erosion, some really good rain chances, and also rip current issue through at least the second half of this week as it slowly moves north. So it's one definitely to watch, and obviously the clouds and the rain are already starting to work in. Unheard of to get a named storm in the month of May? Not at all. In fact, named storms have formed in every month of the year. It is unusually early, but it is not unheard of. Here's our Vipercast model, and it brings some rain in. There's Tuesday in the early evening, 5:30. As we get into Wednesday, or I should say midnight Tuesday, still some rain. You can see that spin there off the coastline, tracking up toward Jacksonville. Unusual things happen on Thursday as drier air slides into South Florida. There's our storm moving close to Jacksonville on the Carolina coastline. So we'll keep an eye on it. We'll let you know the track and whether it is upgraded this week. All right, wave heights running 5 to 6 feet. It is bumpy because of that persistent wind. Small craft advisory in effect tomorrow, too, 5 to 7. Choppy for the inland waters. It is kind of a mess out there. 72 tonight, clouds, showers, and breezy. Coastal rains on the way. Tomorrow warming up to 80, not a lot of sunshine. There will be showers and areas of rain working in. I think our best rain chances are Tuesday night and into Wednesday with soggy weather, and then clearing out for Thursday, really depending on the future track of that subtropical system. But we'll keep you up to date right here, but umbrella needed the next few.
Stu, thank you. News tonight from Baltimore, where all is quiet after officials today had a scramble to discredit inaccurate reports of a police-involved shooting. All of that a reminder of the tensions that still exist a week after riots ripped part of that community apart in the wake of the death of Freddie Gray.
Friday, 6 officers involved in Gray's transport were charged in his death. News Channel 5's Brian Enton is live in Baltimore with the latest. Brian?
The thing you don't realize until you're out here, Michael and Kelly, is just how volatile the situation is in West Baltimore. All day long, it was peaceful. People were rebuilding their businesses, trying to open back up, and literally in a moment's notice, all of that can change. Let me show you the scene right now behind me, though. It was much quieter earlier. Now you see some people gathered on each of the street corners here at North in Pennsylvania, which has really been the hub of activity. But go to video from about an hour ago, and you see what it looked like out here. Basically, there was one gunshot in this area, and people started gathering here from all parts of the city thinking that the police had shot someone, and they were not willing to believe that that did not happen. They started throwing bottles at the police. They started getting rough with the media. The police had to stage here just like they had in the past with the SWAT team and the shields, and basically the people who live in this neighborhood refused to believe that the police had not shot anyone, and basically eventually the word finally got out that that did not happen. Police holding a briefing and explaining that someone's revolver went off in their pocket while police were arresting them, and that the police had not shot anyone. And there are still people out here that do not believe that. But really what you notice is that in just a matter of seconds, everything can go from calm out here in Baltimore to almost chaos again. So the hope is that things will remain calm for the rest of the day, and that those businesses can go back to rebuilding so they can open up. Again, the curfew tonight is not happening again. The mayor ending that, and the National Guard has left town. So the hope is that things will remain peaceful. Live in Baltimore, Brian Enton, WPTV News Channel 5.
Coming up tonight at 5:30, despite adding over 100 school buses, why broken down buses continue to be a problem for Palm Beach County parents.
Closed captioning on WPTV is sponsored by Bethesda Health.
Think your mom will like this cool bag, or this cute top, or this jewelry box? Go to Ross. You'll save so much you could get her all 3. And just because she'll say,
You shouldn't have.
Of course you should. She's your mom.
Mother's Day at Ross.
Personal injury attorneys have a bad reputation, but I'm proud that I've dedicated my career to fighting insurance companies that treat people unfairly. If the insurance company is giving you the runaround, call a lawyer you can trust. Call me, attorney Craig Goldenfarb.
It's your money. A fender bender.
People know how to milk the system.
$4,000. For that?
It's not okay.
How some are raising your rates. Tonight on WPTV News Channel 5 at 11.
Hurry in to Shoot Straight for all your shooting sports needs. Our 8 Florida locations provide an experienced staff offering great service and selection with thousands of firearms and accessories in stock. Plus, Shoot Straight is a premier Smith & Wesson M&P dealer. We offer safe, clean, air-conditioned shooting ranges, training classes, gunsmith services, and more. We buy guns and take trades. Your full-service dealer opens 7 days a week. See us online at shoot-straight.com. Shoot Straight, your trusted firearms dealer since 1979.
It's Empire Today's biggest sale, the 50-50-50 sale. 50% off carpet and flooring, 50% off padding and materials, and 50% off installation. That's right, half off your entire project. You can save thousands. Empire's 50-50-50 sale won't last long. Don't miss 50% off carpet and flooring, 50% off padding and materials, and 50% off installation.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today.
I don't know what I'm doing. I can't find anything.
Just when I think it's just not going to work.
This woman that works there comes over and asks,
Can I help you?
and he was so happy to do it.
Amazing, right?
I never would have expected,
Would have thought.
That anyone would find that.
Do that.
Make that.
Go out of their way for me. Right then, right there.
I couldn't believe it.
He was so helpful.
I know it's such a
Small thing. Little thing.
Simple thing. But it made me smile.
Made me happy.
Made my day.
Share your story. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
I'm a third-generation lawyer in my family. Before my mom passed away, I promised her that I would dedicate my career to helping others. Help me make good on that promise. Call a lawyer you can trust.
Call me, Attorney Craig Goldenfarb.
Looking for a new spring dress for the latest styles where you'll spend less. You gotta go to Ross.
This dress is $59 at department stores, but if you want to pay less than $23, you gotta go to Ross.
Weather on WPTV is sponsored by Lindstrom Air Conditioning and Plumbing.
Breaking news, the teen convicted in a murder for hire plot last month in St. Lucie County has just been sentenced.
News Channel 5's Megan McRoberts joins us now outside the courthouse. Megan?
Well, a judge just minutes ago sentenced that 14-year-old teenager to a maximum of 36 months in a high-risk juvenile commitment program. Today, a judge calling him manipulative, saying the only thing he could have done worse would have been actually having his parents killed. Go ahead and take a look at some video from inside that courtroom earlier today. This is exactly what state prosecutors were wanting. They have consistently argued that the teen is a risk to the community, that he needs intensive treatment and rehabilitation before he's allowed back into the community. Teen's attorney today saying that he would better benefit from probation and being placed in a long-term home, such as something with his grandmother in Pennsylvania, where he would still receive love while also being given outpatient care. The teen's attorney saying that he would not be running loose down the streets of St. Lucie County had a judge just given him probation. Now, today we also heard from the classmate who the teenager tried to hire to kill his parents. That classmate today still defending that teen, and for the first time in the last couple of days of sentencing, we did see that teenager show some emotion while he was being escorted out today. He was crying. That's the first sign of emotion we've really seen since the sentencing began. I'll have much more on this, as well as we are going to be seeking some comments from prosecutors and the teenager's attorney right after this. I'll have any updates at 6 o'clock. Reporting live in St. Lucie County, Megan McRoberts, WPTV News Channel 5.
I'm Jay Cashmere, live in the newsroom. Coming up all new at 5:30. The party may be over, but the work is definitely not. We're looking beyond the streets and lawns for the impact Sunfest revelers may have left behind. Also, our consumer watchdog is zeroing in on local school buses and what's being done to make sure your students have safe transportation. Plus, what is it that's causing many laptops to lock up, and what you should do if it happens to you? Those stories and more when Shannon and I see you in just a few minutes for News Channel 5 at 5:30.
Business Report on WPTV is sponsored by your local Toyota dealers.
You dreamt of a condo next to the train. Then I showed you how it shook as it came. And you saw close to and next to are not quite the same. Let a RE/MAX agent guide you. RE/MAX, dream with your eyes open.
When what's inside is important to your family,
choose our family. At All My Sons Moving and Storage, we're family owned and operated with over 4 generations of packing, storing, and moving experience. At All My Sons, you get a guaranteed binded price in writing. So, whether we pack the box or you do, or if you're moving 1 mile, 1 city, or 1 state away, let our family move yours. Call or click now to save $100 off your move with All My Sons Moving and Storage.
I'm Bob Gordon of Gordon & Donner. After 32 years of representing consumers, I've learned that insurance companies don't always do the right thing. That's why we've set up a division to represent consumers who have property damage claims against their homeowner's insurance company. If your home or property has been damaged and you're getting jerked around by your insurance company, call us. The consultation is free and we only get paid if we can help you. If we can't, you don't owe us anything. No fees, no costs. Call Gordon & Donner.
When you get a Maytag washer, you best settle in for the most dependable relationship of your life. So bring on your smelly things, your dirty things, not your electronic things. You're welcome. But most definitely, your delicate things. Because with Maytag, all kinds of things can get the best cleaning in the industry.
May is Maytag month. Shop now and grab big savings on dependable Maytag appliances.
In life, we all travel different roads to get where we're going. At Vista BMW in Coconut Creek and Vista BMW in Pompano Beach, we'll get you there in style with the world-class service you've come to expect from the area's premier BMW dealer.
Lease a new 528i, just $444 a month, and pay nothing out of pocket for maintenance.
Own the road you're on. Vista BMW in Coconut Creek and Pompano Beach, where luxury meets value.
You dreamt of a kitchen to cook, with details in every nook. Then I showed you a crack on the wall and found you a house that was a smarter call. Let a RE/MAX agent guide you. RE/MAX, dream with your eyes open.
Live, local, from WPTV, this is News Channel 5 at 5:30. Local coverage you can count on.
Sunfest is over, but some say the effects still linger.
One viewer, in fact, claims he saw people tossing their empty beer bottles, other bottles, right into the Intracoastal Waterway. He was so disgusted, he sent us this picture of trash littering the waterway.
The question is it from Sunfest? News Channel 5's Katie Johnson has a closer look.
Well, Sunfest organizers insist they've never received a complaint about litter in the waterway. Even so, they are taking action to clean it up.
Lou's coming in, Joel's coming in.
Cheryl Culver likes to take her lunch breaks outside, right on the seawall overlooking the Intracoastal.
It's beautiful and it's peaceful and it gives us a nice break from our long work day.
Today, though, she says the scenery isn't as nice.
The water's full of garbage. It's disgusting.
We found bottles, plastic cups, koozies that are similar to those passed out at Sunfest. While we'll never know for sure where they came from, a Sunfest representative says they want to do their part.
It's our responsibility, and we're going to take charge to clean it up.
Melissa Sullivan says they called in volunteers with the group Lagoon Keepers to help. The volunteers coming today by boat.
Face it, the trash doesn't belong in the water.
Volunteers this afternoon filling up 3 huge bags of trash. That's 90 gallons of waste that didn't make it into a garbage can or recycling bin.
Our motto is use without abuse. You can use our waters, just don't abuse our waters.
I checked with the city as well as FWC, the DEP, and Sunfest organizers, all of them telling me they haven't received complaints regarding the trash in the water. The entire cleanup process downtown, though, should be complete within a couple of days. Katie Johnson, WPTV News Channel 5.
A section of Military Trail in suburban West Palm Beach is open once again. Earlier today, it was cordoned off after a suspicious device was found at an Army-Navy store near Vilma Lane. The store owners said they opened a box which contained a device with a fuse. To play it safe, they called police to check it out. The owner said he initially thought the device was an old Claymore mine. He later said it was a very, very good replica.
New at 5:30 tonight, for the second time in a year, the Palm Beach County School Board is scheduled to vote next week on buying more than 100 school buses. The district really needs to address its broken down bus issue that consumer watchdog Jen Strathman first exposed 1 year ago. She's joining us live with how these continued maintenance problems are costing taxpayers. Jen?
Well, this year the district added 110 new buses, but none of them came here to the north compound. So there continue to be breakdowns here and also district-wide. So many breakdowns in recent years, the school district's repair budget doubled.
Here he comes now.
As Stephen Brady's son heads home for the day.
Hey, buddy.
Dad never knows what condition his son will
How you
be
doing,
in.
all right? You sweating? He's sweating. Hey, pal.
Nate is hot and ready to cool off, which fires up his dad.
Every other week is a problem. Sometimes it's every week.
Problems like broken air conditioning, windows that won't shut,
This is the stick that holds his window up when it rains so he doesn't get wet.
and buses that break down.
He's got to get to school late, comes home late sometimes.
Explaining this is tough to any child, especially one that's autistic.
All right, Nate. Yeah. They're sitting on the side of the road for a good almost an hour, and he doesn't understand what's going on. And then he gets upset. He starts hitting himself, starts getting agitated, and there's not much you can do.
We first exposed a problem with a high number of bus breakdowns last year. This year, the district added 110 new buses. Maintenance records show there are fewer breakdowns happening. Still, half of the fleet of buses have broken down at least once.
The problem is we need more buses for all of the areas of the district.
School board member Mike Mergio blames state funding cuts for not being able to buy more buses. He spoke for the district because the transportation director refused to talk about it.
This is the first time that I can recall that our bus fleet is as old as it is.
They don't have money to buy more buses, so the district is spending more to maintain the ones they have. The district said they could cut costs by using an outside parts vendor, but after the first year, the budget doubled from $2 million to $4 million, which raised eyebrows at an audit committee meeting.
To do something and have it double and not know, I just don't know.
Okay, I got it.
Right.
I got it. Okay, fine. That's it.
It would be negligent not to look at it.
Noah Silver leads the audit group and pushed for an explanation of that budget increase.
But there still could be rogue people out there ordering parts and running their own, wholesale business, on our dime.
The district says that's not the case. Their original estimate was simply overly optimistic. When the district cut back on buying new buses several years ago, the number of tows jumped 75% in 1 year, creating a repair backlog.
We can't afford to buy buses.
That funding is reality. So do you expect these